Desi's gonna just 30 bomb.
All right, let's go.
It's gonna happen. So we got Peter in this one. All right.
Okay, so we've got
He's
a 2-1-2 set up here from CLG at the moment. It's a slow start here from eLevate, just having a few people top mid. Still 2 in T spawn, heading over towards B tunnels, where Storm has been holding in case of an early flank. So there's 3 on long now, pretty much. They've abandoned mid for the time being. That flash is going to cause a bit of a rotation. And it will be Cutler left to fend long on his own, but no one's going to be there for the time being. 2 here holding the A bomb site itself.
Look at this cheeky peeking from XP3.
Oh!
XP3 is going to get pushed back there. That's 6 HP. That's not nice. That's not nice for him.
Flank.
Ooh, Cutler could get an easy one. XP3 is kind of trapped now. He can't really move out there as Cutler is on the flank, and they are forced to go for this push. And in they go. Tarek already able to take down Desi, and they are having problems here, but Storm gets the kill. However, the trade comes in. It's a 2-man advantage here for CLG as Cutler comes in from the back. This guy has been lurking like a hero in this round here for CLG, and Rocker with it all to do against 3 players. 30 seconds left now as well, and he does have the bomb, so that is something, but how the hell is he going to plant this?
He's screwed, Dan. They're literally just going to wait for him to plant the bomb, so he's got no gun, and then annihilate him.
Oh my goodness, though. Rocker gets 2 quick frags. Peter and Hayes goes down. 10 seconds left on the round. He can get the safe plant just barely in time. He goes for the fake. Going to peek out Cutler. Looking for that player, that terrorist up on the big box. Gets the knife. Oh my god. But they lose the round. Small consolation. What ridiculousness here to start things off. 1-0 CLG.
Yeah, but great play there by Rocker. He knew that it was literally impossible for him to plant the bomb. All they're waiting for, and that's an important thing, guys, if you're playing pugs, etc. Just in that situation, just wait for him to plant the bomb. Just cover each angle. He had 3 exits. They covered all of them. It didn't go their way, but still, the idea was right. Wait for him to plant the bomb, and then just come in and shoot him in the head. But Rocker, he knew he had to push, and push he did.
Okay, Peter, our man, he's got a Bison.
I respect that.
Fills me with confidence. We do have XP3 pushing short here, looking for a pick with that scout. That's actually going to be an interesting potential frag for him, but that's a nice tag there from Rocker. And, using that Tech 9 to full effect, Finesse is taken down.
I think at Katowice, 75% of eco rounds on the second round from the T's were won.
38%.
38%?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
For T round specifically, I'm not sure what that stat is, but well, we do have a 2-on-2. We'll come back to that one. And here it is, Peter with the jumping shot, going to take down Rush. Has switched out for that FAMAS that he has found, and Storm now has to come in and save the day. He's going to push it, and Peter going to be able to annihilate him. So Peter there with a 3 kill. He's got the FAMAS, and yeah, I mean the stat that I saw, it was all second round of pistol armor buys, 38% win chance.
Generally speaking,
in the groups. When it went to
okay, so
quarterfinals on, it was 36%.
So. If I'm not mistaken, well, I was watching a video from Adren this morning, and if I'm not mistaken, he said that where the T's lost a pistol, they won. I think it was around 75% of the yeah,
it depends
force buys
which
with the Tech
sample size
9s.
he took, I guess. So, but it's very good.
But it was a lot.
It's more than worth it. Essentially, it's a no-brainer. You have to go for it.
Yeah, just run and gun, literally.
Even at 25%, like it's still a really good number.
Okay, so Finesse should be. Oh dear, Finesse should be safe. Look at that. Rocker didn't want to give away that somebody was close long. Looks like they're going to try and go for a burst through here. So he took the damage in order to not give the game away. Finesse though. See how many. Oh, he's just going to run for it. He's fearing the Tech 9s here. Going to get behind the wall in the car position, or game helper, as Sean Garris calls it, from 1.6. Flash coming in from a teammate here, and it's going to be the spray down. Cutler and Finesse take down 4. Rocker going to kill Peter. So minimal damage done so far. They have control of the bomb. Hayes holding an angle against the flank, but it's down to him to hold B and mid at the same time. Looking over to B at the moment, so there may be a second kill here for eLevate.
I mean, Storm has got that PT50, so maybe he can get some extra damage, but they are keeping the ranges really, really well. So he is going to get taken down by Hayes. And that is 3-0 now in favor of CLG. So looking good for them at the moment. Peter's going to pick up that AWP. And things are going to get a bit rough. I'm feeling good about our pick at the moment, James. He's got 5 frags on the board already.
So Peter's the only one we have in this match?
Yeah, I think so.
All right.
The thing is, though, is that he's got an AWP, so he's not going to be getting assists, most likely. So it's less
no, but
likely
he should.
than
But
the
he
rifle.
should. He's likely to have a higher KD ratio. So I'll take that to the back.
Yeah, it should be good. It should be good. So here we go. We've got the very default opening here from eLevate. They are waiting for their players in dark to get towards middle before they start to push. There's no smoke there up on Xbox or around the doors, so looking for that brave challenge on middle for an early frag instead of moving behind the cover of smoke. So it's an interesting choice there, but one eLevate seemed to embrace.
You can see they threw the pop flash onto short there, but they had nobody to try and go around the corner. I think they were looking for audio cues and or just to push any CTs back who might be there. Bait out grenades. You can see grenade has been thrown onto short. So I guess it did its job.
And it's been very tentative so far. Not much has happened, but here come the nades onto the A bomb site as things are looking like eLevate want to start moving in for those kills. Finally, there's only 35 seconds left. Here goes the quick flash in from Finesse as he does take down Storm. The trade comes in as they go for that B wrap, and it's going to be Rush and Rocker to get the kills to win that B bomb site, and that's CLG now in a horrible predicament. It's like they're going to sit back and just allow this take of the B-bomb site to happen from eLevate and just try to cut their losses here. That's a smart play with, with 3 players left alive, one of which having an AWP, and that's an expensive buy considering the kind of damage that eLevate had been doing on some of their previous rounds.
Okay, so it's looking like 3-1. eLevate about to get their first round on the board. And, does he have any kills yet? I'm wondering. He's 1-3 at the moment. So, Dan, our Vulcan's looking good at the moment. Our Vulcan is soaring in the air, Dan, you might say. This could go bad.
I don't want to say
with
that.
The puns.
Yeah, that's I don't want to go there with these horrendous puns.
It's soaring through the air. Hopefully nobody shoots it down.
I make enough horrendous puns by accident that I don't need to try.
That's true, Dan.
And
you're a natural.
I know it's not something I'm proud of.
You're a natural at being horrendous.
It's a flaw. It's a big flaw of mine, being generally horrendous.
It's cute. Hey, I'm comfortable. Don't worry.
All right, so we are going to have ourselves a quick push there from Rocker on A-Long. Trying to get some control there, but Peter's actually going close with the AWP to try and deny any map control. Gets the shot onto Rocker, and that is certainly a really good pick-off here because there is going to be a lack of presence potentially from eLevate on A-Long, and if they choose to go for that, now they have less presence than towards middle and short, so it hurts eLevate here quite dearly in the opening stages of this round where they need to get either a pick, some extra map control, some positioning, but the spacing here from CLG is quite nice actually.
That was an awful flashbang.
Finesse has got some quick support there in Tarek, so
that's another bad flashbang.
I think potentially here Tarek could be baiting a little bit, but that's actually not going to be a play that eLevate are going to go for. They're more focused here on what seems to be potentially an A play with the Rush looking for the entries on short.
Okay, so Finesse is in a position to go for a very fast flank indeed. He is hearing all the sounds of the rush here, and he's going straight after them here. We could see a massacre. There's going to be one. He's got them made out. That was a bad idea. As the rest of the team are on short, they're going to get the trade, but can they get the site? Got a man on the slope. He's going to go down, but done a lot of damage. Desi on 7 HP. 2 people remaining now for eLevate. The game is up. They need to move fast. No point walking now. Peter going to be above the smoke. Going to miss the shot onto Desi. Desi should get the bomb down here. You can see XP3. He went for the shot, missed it. Now he has fallen as well. Desi versus 2. Gets 1 frag, but with 7 HP. Couldn't have your money on him. Actually, that first flash, over mid went quite far, but I think the purpose of that was to flash anyone who was holding an angle on short with the AWP. But the second one was too obvious because it bounced off 2 doors into the mid area. So there was a double sound cue for the CT play, so look away.
Absolutely. So that's 4-1 now then. So CLG looking like they're doing well, but we do have the buy coming in from.
We've got double AWP, Dan. They've doubled their AWPs. We've got double AWPs. And there's the first one, taking down XP3 on long.
Oh, this
Good
is
start
happening
here.
again.
I have a secret, Dan.
Yeah.
I double peek after the first frag.
That should be on a t-shirt. I double peek.
I
That
peeked twice
is
after the first
that
frag.
should be on a t-shirt, I swear. Let's start a t-shirt shop. But here we go. We got Peter on the angle here looking for this. Now, when he takes the shot, they might be going for that really fast push, but he's got support there. Peter looking for some information. They haven't really given up the game just yet of eLevate, but there is the peek there from Desi. He goes back just in time. And look at that, the mind games there on middle as they try to get the better of Peter. That's not happening just yet. But this keeps happening to eLevate. They keep losing a player early on in these opening picks, and that really, really hurts. You can see it in the scoreline.
Dan, I've got to interrupt you. Rush is going to throw a smoke that bounces onto the ledge. This is a smoke, I think it was Weber who did it first, the UK player. Bounces onto the ledge there. He's messed it up, though. The idea is that it lands on the ledge, so he can peek through the bottom of it onto the A site, but he screws it up. He could use it to try and jump down onto the site, which I think Rocker was trying to do, but I think it was flashed there, so he's just jumping up and down like a headless chicken. Got taken out.
Oh, that's such a shame because, as you said, like had he got the smoke in the right place, it would have been a really strong picking opportunity. But now they are 2 against 5. A quick frag there from Desi, looking to prove his worth now, having just joined eLevate. And that's the 3 men left now for CLG. 12 seconds, though. It's not going to be enough time here for eLevate to work their way onto that bomb site. But Desi wants to go down, screaming, kicking and screaming, and he is going to take a few players with him. So that's nice, but that's 5-1 now. CLG climb even further. And their economy is going to be affected by these frags. So that's kind of a nice save from Desi. But eLevate, they're on eco. They just can't seem to get the edge in the start of these rounds.
Yeah, Desi all of a sudden 7-5. So maybe you were right about him, Dan. We'll see how things progress. And again, they are on the eco. Pretty hard one as well. Only 2 Tech 9s. And with the strength of them now, there's literally no reason to stand still while firing a Tech 9. So ideally, you're going to want 5. Still 2 in the bag, though. Desi getting the first frag. And with 32 bullets in that magazine, he had a very good chance of getting a second one, but it wasn't to be. Peter getting the trade for his team. 4 versus 3, make it 2. Rush has fallen. Storm follows up. Hayes getting nice frags in mid now. They found XP3 as well. He's going to need some assistance from a teammate. Peter coming in with a save. Hayes left on 19 HP. Will live to fight another day.
So good work here from CLG to hold that the Tech 9 shenanigans. And I mean, Adren recently made a video there just to demonstrate to people that hadn't seen it. I mean, most people can feel that the Tech 9 is a bit broken, but he did a video showing, for example, the running spread, which is very, very, very strong. There's almost no reason not to be moving whilst you're using a Tech 9. We saw how powerful it was there. And well, with this this scoreline, eLevate, they kind of got money screwed after winning that one round and then losing just immediately afterwards. So we'll have to see if they're going to be able to get an earlier round advantage. So far, they've not been good on these picking situations. And that seems to be the entire point of their game plan, is to get the early picks, and they're just getting denied.
All right, so we've got 2 Ts in the mid area. Trade coming in now. Tarek taking down Rush, being taken out by Rocker. Heading towards B-bomb site, but he's looking in the wrong place at the wrong time. Hayes going to pop through the doors and get that whack-a-mole on. More trades coming in. Storm taking down Hayes. That is an open B-bomb site. The bomb is in the site as well. Cutler waiting for the cross, but the smoke comes out just at the wrong time for him. FNS falling as well. 2 versus 2. 2 orb retake here. 1 falls if he gets the right spray through the smoke. And maybe Cutler will fall, but I think it's going to be the save now. He's got all of 6 HP. Not much he can do.
So this was kind of nice for eLevate to mix it up in this way. Essentially, again, a lot of their approach to these rounds was to say, okay, let's play the standard positions. Let's send a guy A long, let's get a guy in dark, let's get guys around short and middle, and see if we can get an opening pick. However, CLG kept getting the better of them. They kept winning those scenarios. So in this round, it's the first time they really changed that and said, you know what, instead of risking losing a player before we can make a move to get map control or some positioning towards taking a site, they said, let's just go for that positioning. Let's just hit the fast mid and B split kind of play. And it worked out much better for them because they were able to get trades, and that's a better situation than some of these one-on-ones for them.
XP3 hasn't got any kills yet. Let's see. He's on the T side, so I was going to see. Let's see where he's playing.
He has been AWPing for them as well, so he's been losing all the AWP jewels essentially.
Yeah, Peter's 12-4, so we're looking good on Vulcan right now.
Absolutely. Be quite cool if we would actually win, but
Yeah. Oh, in the face.
Dinged by the nade.
That's so scary when you get hit in the face by a nade. Because you think, oh, where's my life gone? But actually,
they're going for a similar strategy here. The bomb is actually kind of lurking at the moment, which seems to be quite a strange choice. Because it could get caught on the cross here. We'll have to see if it's going to keep itself intact. But they are delaying the push here to allow the bomber to get himself towards the A-bomb site. All of them are on short at the moment. The bomber's still a little bit far behind, but in they go now as a complete unit. And this is a much better change than what we saw earlier on in the match. This is allowing them to get those quick kills. Here it is, CLG now going to lose Cutler. CLG not really having a strong A defense. Desi wrapping around here to get an easy kill on Hazed. And Tarek and Finesse, there's not really all that much for them to accomplish now.
safety in numbers, Dan. They were like a gang visiting a chicken shop, all together with their sharp objects, knives and guns, and they made it there safely. All 5 surviving for now. And CLG forced to retreat. May go for a scope down towards mid through T-spawn, but other than that, they are out for the count for this round. They will live, hopefully,
It felt
to
like
see round 10.
CLG didn't have the information in that round. It felt like they were playing completely blind because they had only one man on the A-bomb site or even in the vicinity of the A-bomb site. And the entire team eLevate, they were sitting on catwalk for quite some time. The threat of that A-push was quite there, was definitely there. But it felt like CLG just did not have any confirmation on any info. And so they had no way to really react quickly enough.
It was very weird. Maybe an oversight that they left the bomb alone on the other side of mid. All too often we see the bomb straggling behind, gets taken out, and the round is lost for the bomb-carrying force.
They took long, but now the bulk of the push is coming in towards the B bomb site with the bomb, and you can see the rotation actually had happened towards A, but they've left it a little bit too long now. And CLG once again have a player in middle, and now they have got players on short. So if they go for that B hit, the flank is so fast. Exactly. This is going to be, they've missed their window, but can they save it? They're only up against some pistols. There's a rifle and an AWP, so we'll have to see if they can pull this one off.
Okay, so Tarek's got that angle on slope, where if you pick short, you generally get shot in the face. You can pre-fire it, though, from the other side. He's going to get the first one. The trade does come in, though. There is another player on short. That's Peter. He's not expecting it. He's unawares. Gets shot down to 57 HP, so it's going to be open season on A for the eLevate side. So heading towards 6-4 now, as FNS will try to save his armor and gun.
That was such a sick 3-kill there from Rush. The initial punish towards the AWP Tarek was perfect. That's exactly how it's supposed to go. When an AWP's taking a kind of a greedier angle and takes a shot, but doesn't have enough time to basically either re-peek or get to a safer spot. That's what we call greedy or kind of risk-taking as an AWPer when there's no real way to be safe after you take the shot, and he got punished for that. And
it's a difficult situation because it was essentially an eco there. Because if you have a full buy and your teammates have nades, ideally somebody should be on A plat holding a flashbang ready, so they throw it onto the corner after you take a shot, which is generally how you protect an AWP in that situation.
Absolutely.
So
this is something Fnatic are perfect at, by the way. If you want a reference point for exactly what James was saying there. Look at the money though. CLG have nothing. They've got nothing. Look at the buy. No nades, 2 smokes. Hayes has got a huge job to do. Kicking things off here with a quick frag onto Storm, but they are challenging the position. Now help has arrived. Tarek does get eliminated after a frag though, but the advantage still with CLG. Can Hayes keep himself alive as the push comes in? Peeks out, gets another kill onto Desi. That is a massive. The nade finally will take him down, but the advantage is still in CLG as far as the numbers are concerned. Bomb is going to get planted, so this might be able to go the way here of eLevate. But no, XP3 goes down in the upper dark area. And that is going to be making life much harder for Rush here. Maybe with a couple of kills, but he will get eliminated by Cutler. And the defuse will come in. But the damage has really been done to the CTs here. eLevate can go for a chunky buy if they want.
The CT play on the B bomb site was excellent, though. Not only did he afford himself a longer life by smoking himself off and backing off, but also looking through tunnel, he got the information that the rest of the Ts were on site, which allowed CLG to strengthen their push. And it was nice how he was peeking to the left side of double stack, then went behind double stack, then peeked the left again. Because obviously you're expecting him to peek the other side. It's like, oh, I've been seen here. Let me go that way. But he's playing against that kind of natural logic to try and get the advantage there. So well played by CLG.
So I like this from CLG at the moment. They're doing a very defensive setup where they're not really taking any potential pick angles, like on middle, for example. They've got 2 players in B. Oh, Rocker, though, going straight in for the pick onto A long. He picks it up. The trade is there, though. But if CLG lose this, their money's screwed. They just won a round. They've got no bank left. They cannot afford to lose this and get reset. This is eLevate's chance back into the match.
Okay, so we've got 1T. He's jumped down through the smoke into A slope. So that's going to be a 2-pronged assault here on A, and that's exactly the power of that kind of push. That said, it's a 2 versus 2 here. Storm had to win that duel. If he lost it, the bomb would have flown into CT spawn, and then eLevate would have been completely screwed. But it's eLevate who are rising through this round here. 2 versus 1 now. Hayes going to try and go for a frag, but Desi's going to take him down. And eLevate are closing the gap on CLG, and they are breaking their money round after round.
Yeah, look at the money. They're bang at 1,400 there. And so, I mean, it's such a horrible spot because they kind of have to full save. But even still, they kind of can't really put together a proper buy in the following rounds. So do they risk it and buy up then? Or, I mean, at this point, so late into the first half, of course, there's no choice. But it is one of those horrible predicaments for the CTs. They already have 7 rounds on the board, though. So CLG are not going to be feeling too shabby about that. But certainly it's going to be a worrying scenario for them.
You can see eLevate playing the ranges at the start of this round. Still 2 people top mid, just holding a crossfire there in case somebody pushes short, in case somebody pushes mid. Same, you have the buddy system going on, as Henry G calls it, towards the B halls as well. So there's a trade frag, worst case scenario, not having the bomb straying around on its own. And again, you have Rocker just holding long as far as possible through the gap in the door. Those P2000s and USPSs are not going to do that great damage, even with a shot to the head from that distance.
So the 4-man push is readying itself. They've been moving together. They don't want to get abused or exploited by these pistoling players. They want to make this a sure thing, and so far they're doing an excellent job. Only losing 2 players. Just 2 left as well for CLG at this point, but that bomb is to be going down. But Finesse is up fast, and his angle might not be expected. Spots some pixels of heads, but isn't connecting well enough to get a kill, and we'll focus on Finesse now, and that's going to be the end of him. Rush with the kill, and the round goes to eLevate 7-6 in favor of CLG, but thereby, are they going to go for it, or are they going to try to have a strong buy for the last round of the first half?
Awkward situation indeed.
Yeah.
Peter could go AWP no armor, but they are just going to go for the pistols, few nades. You can see Tarek and FNS spending some extra cash on Kevlar helmets just to even up their money so they can buy together in the next round. So they'll get what they can, and
nice.
XP3 will get what he can, taking down Tarek with the AWP.
Those are hard shots to make as well, gotta say.
The shoulder-picking baity shots.
Yeah, the tees, the shoulder tees. Okay, Hayes is looking for some frag movie action, able to pick up one quick headshot with the Deeg. XP3, the AWP goes down for eLevate, and they're kind of stuck in the choke point at this point. Reinforcements has arrived. Cutler picks up the kill onto Storm. They spotted the bomb as well. They know what's going on, but there's nobody left on A for CLG, and I think eLevate, they know exactly that.
CLG kind of stuck now, and they still haven't got any rifles. The rifles are in the tunnels, and they're just going to pick up an AWP, in fact. So, but I think it would be sensible maybe to save this, depending on how much money they'll be left with in the following round. Desi's in a very sneaky place indeed, so he could take down Cutler straight away, and he should expect Hayes. Oh, he should see him, surely. He's just waiting for the other one to appear. Takes on Hayes first, spins round, doesn't get Cutler though. 1 versus 2 now. And without a kit, he has to move fast if he's going to try and do this. It looks like he is going to go for the save after all. Massive damage done here by CLG as we move into the last round of the half. Cutler taking down Rush as well. Chase is on, though, from Rocker.
That was a nice angle there found by Cutler. So as they chase him down here, what are your thoughts on how this is going so far? Because at the start, it looked like CLG were powering through eLevate. eLevate have brought it all the way back to 7-7.
Yeah, CLG started off very strong indeed, and obviously, while we are hopefully wiser people than to say, oh, well, eLevate's screwed, kind of that was the thought creeping into my mind, but look at this, they've brought it back to 7-7. They've just stormed CLG, no pun intended, and made it a fair fight, basically, but what will their hold on the CT side be like? That is the question.
Oh, the quick short push from Peter. This is certainly risky business. As you can see, the way the timing works, players come from dark as they come from top mid as well. So if Peter's too far out here, he can get caught off guard, but he will take the quick shot onto Storm. And that is going to be an early advantage for them. A nice risk taken by CLG. Now can they hang on? Nade should get another frag for Peter. It will as he goes down, and that middle push is completely hamstrung at this point. There's XP3 looking for that shot. He's been perfect on some of these shots. Nice. These B entries from him with this AWP have been phenomenal. And Finesse, though, he's going to hold it down. He's going to just spoil the party. He's going to pop all the balloons. And it's just Peter and Cutler left against Rush in this 2-on-1. Now, this is an interesting situation here for Rush. He's got just enough time to get a position, but they're going to go straight through the smoke. He had a nade in his hand, pulls out the AK, gets the spray down on Peter. It's just Cutler left, and he finds the head with the AK. Rush is going to bring eLevate into a lead, 8-7. And that's the first time they've experienced the lead right at the end of the first half.
Yeah, that's got to be a bit crushing for CLG there. Just couldn't find him as they got through the smoke again. You see them come through the smoke on your screen, but they're not through the smoke as much as you would think on their own screens there. So came in a bit blindsided, and great play there by the final eLevate player. Just a nerdy thing, you saw Peter jumping on CT red in CT spawn. If you have your knife out, you can just simply run and hold crouch in the air over to the wooden boxes on the other side, and then you can often peek through the top of a smoke through to B, so you don't actually need to try and jump. If you jump, you'll probably hit the ceiling and miss the box completely, but just get your knife out and run across. As soon as you leave the red container, just hold crouch and you will land on the wooden box.
So James, Peter has gifted us 18 points.
So far?
Yeah.
Well,
so far
8 points, Dan, 8 points.
No, 18 because of the 2 MVPs.
Ooh.
Plus 5 each.
Very nice. I think it's going well, Dan.
It's not going too badly, no, but it depends.
There are about 1,900 people with teams for tonight on Vulcan.
By the way, I also want to say something. You remember, towards the start of the show, I was like, let's predict the odds. And I was like 60-40. The community was like 80-20. Sorry, community, I'm winning right now.
Will you be winning at the end of this map?
You were with the community. You're basically the embodiment of the community right now. You're wrong, James.
Well, Dan, the question you asked me was, what do I expect the community to bet? So I was right, regardless.
That's true.
So
but I gave you one. Okay.
But
I accept that.
Yeah. So there we go.
Because you can't give your thoughts now because you're tainted by the truth.
Well, my thoughts
which
were
is the 8-7 so far.
My thoughts were it could work either way. So really, I didn't give a percentage.
To be fair,
myself,
CLG could just win all rounds now. And then
we're actually bad at answering these kinds of questions.
I know,
on a normal day.
But let's get into the action now. We've got the pistol for the second half commencing. The Noah stack.
Oh, B's been abandoned, Dan. B has been abandoned. They're going to have to play for a 5-man retake here because we've got 4 guys already in B.
Oh, good God. It's an ugly, ugly sight to behold.
I don't think they even threw any nades to take it.
No, they just ran straight in. That's quite interesting. That could be part of the meta in NA, actually, as far as Dust 2 pistols go. We can revisit this subject in a moment because we're going to have this retake attempt coming into play. Storm picking up FNS. Nice entries here from the CTs. Picking up frags left, right, and center. Just 3 CLG players left over as Desi tries to go in. Rocker takes down Hayes as the bomb ticks away. All on Cutler now, coming in from the window. He's now isolated, alienated,
it's quite ticked,
exiled from the B-bomb site.
You need to check that defuse. Okay, he's got just about enough time.
Wow.
That was really interesting. The time was ticking.
Yeah.
If he had even shot the guy carrying the defuse kit, then the bedlam that could have ensued may have won him the round. But it wasn't to be, Dan, and the CTs will defuse the bomb.
It was to
be,
9-7.
Killing the defuse carrier wasn't to be, Dan.
It was to be, because that's where they went with the bomb chips. They went to B.
I can't work like this.
Right.
You are an idiot.
We must revisit the pistol meta thing in a moment because there's some interesting points there. But we're going to see now what is often very successful in that second round buy up here from the
That's a proper flash.
From the T's here from CLG. They got the scout on the go, the Tech 9s, Galil. This is very strong. In fact, they did get the bomb down, so they're going for that force up. And despite it being a bit of a surprise buy here, It's going to be eLevate absolutely crushing this. Cutler only one to really respond here with the kill onto Rocker, but it's far too little, too late. That nade might get Storm. Nope, doesn't go far enough. But here we go. Oh dear, it does actually get it through the box there.
XP3 was like, surprise!
So they just got blown up completely. And the thing about that kind of a round is what they want to do in that sort of a situation is you want to close the distance and unleash the push before you're giving away any information, because it's all about that surprise buy. Because they got the bomb down, so that the other team is expecting them to go for that one round save for the full AK buy in the following round. CLG, they wanted to keep the pressure on. I think that's because they understand how critical it is to keep XP3 off an orb, try to break the CT economy. It goes a long way on this map.
Okay, so it's going to be a possible four-man train up short. We've got one person peeking, asking questions. Will all the questions be answered by the CTs? Feels almost inevitable, but he's only been tapped on the shoulder right now. 73% HP. So his pressure, actually, I think the intention for Cutler is to try and keep both CTs on site, but it's not going to work. They're going to get cut through from A slope, and Peter is not going to be able to even try to plant the bomb down. So it was a nice idea by Cutler, but I think he spent too much time hidden away on shorts.
Absolutely, and that's going to make things quite interesting now as we get the AKs rolling in. Now, where CLG were doing better than eLevate on their CT side was actually the pick game. They were actually defeating them there. So this actually gives more power to that strength that CLG apparently already had in this matchup, which was winning those picks. Now, eLevate, they're slowly starting to get a good economy rolling. Oh, the stack! And XP3 gets the shot. That's gorgeous! I love those stacks. And eLevate going to find themselves with an early round advantage.
Yeah, if CLG lose this round, then they're going to have to start to get worried. But there's still all to play for right now. More than a minute on the clock. They've got 4 people. They've got the bomb as well. So we'll have to see. Looks like we're going to have a 3-man push through the tunnels onto the B bomb site. They've heard the sound cue, though. And that spray down's going to start from Rocker. He's going to get a second one. Storm not finding any frags. Trade's coming in there. 2 for 2. We've got a 1-man advantage here for eLevate as 2 pushing the tunnels. 1 heading up, possibly towards site at the moment. Still in CT spawn. That nade going to be a bit too early to do significant damage. You can see door getting re-smoked there. And there's still a player in CT spawn for eLevate. Not sure if he's running distraction at the moment. The nade comes in. Peter, 11 HP, but he's still alive. Only needs a shot to the head, but it's going to be him who's going to take it in the head. Trade's coming in. Rush and Hayes going down. And it will be another defuse here for eLevate. CLG got the bomb down, but they're going to be at a 5-round disadvantage.
So one really key point in that round is that eLevate were able to take 2 players on the cat. This is due to the fact that CLG had no presence on A long, and they also had no presence earlier in that round on catwalk either. Part of the reason that you want to take the catwalk control is to either get the kills there if they do try to stack it, or you just need to prevent the CTs from having that and potentially having 2 players there. And if you never hit A long as well, they're more likely to have players there because they're faster to rotate into middle and into B. It's just much better positioning for the CTs. The only counter strat to that is heavy A long takes and heavy late A long hits. But unless CLG start doing that and eLevate keep catching on in this way, every time they go for a B play, they're going to get flanked really hard and fast, just like they did in that round. And it really, really mattered. It had a big impact for eLevate's retake.
Okay, so CT spawn has been smoked off again. You see there's a CT player jumping onto red in spawn at the moment, but Cutler has found 2 frags onto the B bomb site. Bomb coming through the tunnel. Bomb will get planted this time. Just as last time. This time, though, the Ts are the ones with a 1-man advantage, and the CT's not even going to try. By the time they get there, CLG are going to be in all their post-plant positions. So it's a highly unfavorable situation at the moment. Saving 3 guns will be good for their economy.
It's very interesting because I made the point about the setup where they were having 2 players on cat. So it might have just been like they decided in that round, okay, we just want 2 players on cat. Because in reality, CLG have not really been going for a lot of these A hits. They have actually been neglecting A long completely. So it's actually kind of a waste to have to do the kind of the 3-man very far away from B setup that they had. And it's more value from having 2 players on catwalk. So I wonder if they're going to start moving towards that kind of a setup to abuse the fact that CLG are not pressuring long early in the round at all, and not really pressuring cat hugely either. Because again, that fast rotate from catwalk is very damaging from the CTs. And at the moment, we're going to have a quick pause here from CLG.
So Peter and Desi on 20 kills each.
Oh,
But it's
producer Reese, please.
It's Rocco who's up there with 24.
Yeah.
Gone under the radar has Rocco. Yeah, he's been beasting.
James, producer Reese is trying to troll you by looking at the rugs. You missed it, I guess.
By looking at the what?
The rugs.
The rugs.
The horribly broken rugs.
Oh, I didn't see it. I completely missed it. But what I was disappointed with was one of the rounds there was a floating M4 in CT spawn, and he didn't take. Yeah, it was floating in midair, and he didn't take a single screenshot.
So was that NIP magic?
Nice. Ask Soren, I guess.
It is quite interesting, that entire thing. But anyway, maybe that's something to talk about later. We're going to have round 21 begin. It's going to commence.
Did you ever use partition magic?
Yes.
That's as close as I ever got to magic.
All right, we actually have a quick challenge there from Finesse, and that's really, really nice. They're keeping some presence towards A-Long, going to stop potential pushes from A-Long, and also from having players abandon that area completely. But Hayes straight in with that quick pick in middle. Let's see down now, and Storm is there in B. He's got a teammate in B with him, so B is fairly well defended at this point, but that mid presence is very scary here. Look at how they've cut off those CTs from A, and Finesse dropping down from short, insult added to injury, and it is frag after frag coming in from CLG to take that B bomb site by Storm, and here goes Rush. He's all alone, and Finesse is going to end him. He got ended.
So that was complete annihilation by CLG. Great flank off of short as well. Always important. Some backstabbing going on. FYI, I am a spy.
It's quite interesting how CLG in some of these rounds, they haven't really been messing around with very drawn out kind of picking scenarios, which you often see on Dust 2. Just slowly. Oh, we're gonna get the push. Okay, no, you slowly. Okay, we might get the push on short here. I'm just gonna. I don't want to be making a point whilst they're pushing short or something.
You have double car play on B as well. Although there's a little bit of peeking going on, but yeah, generally speaking, CLG playing the ranges once again. Standard anti-eco stuff. Finesse gonna put a stop to the short shenanigans for now, at least. He will fall to Rush though, so it's gonna be one AK picked up, and he's gonna try and get out of there. He's gonna get hunted though after Desi goes down. The hunt has begun. The bomb hasn't even been planted yet, and they're already after him. Aim punch gonna be a bit difficult to deal with. He will fall as well. Only one player lost to CLG, and they are catching up pretty fast, Dan.
Yeah, I mean, so the point I was going to quickly make was that the way CLG have been playing is not drawn out picking rounds just based on slowly getting map control. It's actually more been about trying to hit fast timings in different positions, and they've been getting very quick picks, as we saw in the middle in the previous round. So that was 3 players shown there from eLevate in middle. So this is going to tell CLG something about their setup here. They know that they've been playing 2B very often, so they should be able to expect that taking Catwalk and trying to peek in towards A from Cat should be pretty good at the moment for them. As there's only 2 players towards A. We do have XP3, he's quickly making his way back to short, so he's filling in that weakness.
There's a pop flash on short, just in case, but again, they're not pushing short, just holding semi-passive angles here. Oh, look at those 2 frags through the smoke for XP3. That's been a problem for eLevate in recent rounds, and they've lost a lot of men trying to contest the CT area through the doors, but the bomb is dropped on short at the moment, and that's one way to finish a round.
Yeah, so, and CLG, again, let's quickly remind ourselves, they've lost 2 matches already. They're sitting there in the top 2 positions right now in our league for North America. Liquid have lost no matches so far. They're not really in trouble of being pushed out of the top 2 just yet. And again, top 2 qualified to go to LAN. CLG need to be winning these matches to cement their position, because they've already given up 2 maps. So they're in a position where they can actually be overtaken by Cloud9, who are lurking just below them. And Cloud9 are going to have, on paper, an easier match today against SKDC. So CLG, they really need to win this one against eLevate. This is actually a very important match for them to get these wins.
So Cloud9 were playing in London this weekend, and today is Tuesday. They were in Europe for a week or 2, so I have to wonder. Actually, I think 2 weeks or 3. So I know they had obviously adjusted to European hours, so I have to wonder now.
Hey, it's much better going west than it is east, right?
Yeah, it's a lot easier. Because all you have to do is stay awake for another, depends on where you are, 5 to 8 hours, I would say. And then you're good. Then you can just drop dead in bed, and the next day you should be somewhat fine.
Somewhat, keyword.
Somewhat. So we've got 4 AWPs on the map, 2 for each side, Tarek, Peter, XP3 and Storm, all with the big green guns.
Indeed you do. Okay, so look at this actually. Tarek providing cover. In goes the pop flash there for the peek, and then you can see how they double peek the angle where the AWP could be. Really nice play from CLG to try to get that pick. But seeing nobody here, they might not expect Desi to actually be towards B. They might be thinking right now that there's a 2-man setup, well, 3-man setup on A and 2-man setup on B itself. So that third player, Desi, could be that X factor in this round to potentially give eLevate that element of surprise to be able to get the advantage to win this one. But in comes CLG now. They're looking for that B wrap here.
They're looking for an engagement here, and they haven't found it for the longest time, but they've still got lots of time on the clock to play with. Desi has, his position has been exposed. Will be a trade coming in there as the C2s try to hold down this B site. More trades coming in, 2 for 2. Make that 3 for 3 FNS to ruin the C2 economy. This is his chance now. He makes it 1 versus 1. The bomb is down in B tunnels. He knows Rocker is on the site or in the tunnels. Now he needs to identify exactly where he is. So advantage Rocker, and that is a very sneaky position indeed. Those stairs behind that red container, you can see through double stack onto the window to shoot people in the head, as you can see there. That will be another round to eLevate.
It's super cool though that I mean you can see that the way that eLevate played that, Desi's position was completely unexpected and unknown because they assumed that there had to be 2 in the site because of the setup, the way that they interpreted the setup of eLevate. But so I love that. I love that kind of play there, baiting CLG into the B push where they had the advantage. So eLevate's only 2 rounds now away from actually taking this map against CLG. This is definitely going to be problematic. And CLG now, they do have a buy going for them, and they're going for a really fast push all together on A long.
All right, so they've got half possession of long. As you can see, that AWP has the other half. Flash comes in, and he gets 1 punish as they try to peek. You can see they baited the second shot, and they are emerging in numbers now. That nade could do some damage. Gonna do a little bit. Got support coming in, but he's down to 4 HP himself, so got to be careful now. And something interesting is maybe gonna happen.
Look at those Ray-Bans on Finesse.
Okay, there we go. So,
Interesting.
okay, it seems that was server side, which is a bit unfortunate there.
Okay, well, we'll have to see if eLevate can what they can do with this position right now because. All right, looks like they're going to go for the save. Can we have a quick check on the money here? Let's get the financial report going on. So yeah, you can see that's very much the reason they're going for the save. They're completely broke at this point. They just won the last 2 rounds as well. So so yeah, they're going to have their bonus is going to be reset, and life is not going to be pleasant. Or they're going to be on 1400 for losing this. Sorry, so that their life is not going to be pleasant, considering how far we are towards the end of this one. So. CLG climbing their way back, scraping some rounds back in here, 11 to 14 now. CLG picked that one up. Okay.
eLevate managing to save at least 3 weapons. That's of course very important, but they are going to be on in stretch conditions. So let's see. Seems they're not going to buy for the other 2 players. Oh, okay, they are going to drop for them indeed. I was going to say would have been a bit weird. So. The money should be well balanced here, and absolutely makes sense. 2 rifles rather than 3 is a lot less money. Advantage CLG though, as the second frag comes in there. Tarek taking down XP3. Rush was the first to go down. So CLG could bring this fairly close back as they start to storm through this round. Should expect the CT to be on an eco after this, should they not be able to turn this round. 4 versus 2 now. Desi goes down as well. Rocker and Storm remain. Heading towards the bomb site, but it's Finesse who is flanking. Storm falls, and Rocker should have an idea as to where he is.
Yeah, this is really bad for eLevate to get completely cleaned out like this. If Rocket can survive, obviously that's going to be nice. Let's see if he's going to be able to do just that. He's going to get hunted here. They know exactly where he is, in that B-bomb site somewhere. And there's the first player, and Rocket's going to give his position away. Gets the quick frag on the player from doors, as he is going to get approached by Finesse. He eliminates him as well, and that is the immediate threat. Completely wiped out, so he's going to survive with that M4. And that's going to be a small consolation here for eLevate, who otherwise don't have anything going for them, I believe. Or how is them? Okay, yeah, so they're really broke. Going to need to eco and give CLG a free one. Perhaps Rocket can get some damage on. If his position works out and he's able to hit some shots, you never know. You never know.
So I think you said it was Desi who was going to hit the 30 bomb, but it is indeed Rocker, currently on 30, but there'll be no frags for him in this round as the AK gets taken down. XP3 to pick it up, but no armor on him.
Nice play in here from CLG. Going for that fast push into that bomb site. Definitely makes a lot of sense against those pistols. How can they possibly stop the brute force of all those AKs storming in? And indeed, they're going to lose the round. So there's that 13 for CLG as they trail one behind eLevate. And eLevate can buy now. They can buy, but they are having they're thinking here. Okay, who buys what?
Yeah, they can't buy an AWP unless they go no armor.
Yeah.
And they've chosen armor.
And a big part of their strength has been XP3 on the AWP for them on CT side. He's been doing a fantastic job. Didn't have the best start on the first half on the T side. AWPing wasn't super good, but his entries into B were good. But aside from that, it wasn't stand out. But his defensive play on CT has been good. And Hayes once again trying to cause some trouble here. He's got the rest of his teammates backing him up as they all push in. Rushes alone here. His teammate is coming out there quickly. It's XP3 looking over the smoke potentially here with that M4. Going to be coming in with a supporting fire. He's going to go for the spray. Goes for the committed play. And it's going to be Finesse to take him out. That is a horrible situation here for eLevate. Quickly sprinting through CT to try to make amends. But CLG, they're just holding right now. They've got lots of time to play with. And they want to abuse the rotations of eLevate.
Yeah, they're asking questions, and you can see Finesse is looking for a potential flank here. Peter going to be taking down a peeping Tom, and 4 versus 2. This is looking horrible for eLevate, and if this goes the way of CLG, they are not going to be happy at the end of this. So Storm going for a push there. Bomb will go down anyway, but it's 1 versus 2 now. Hayes with 22 HP. We'll see where the bomb's planted for, but Rocker not out of this just yet. No kit, though. He's got to move fast. Some nice damage. Oh, I guess the frag on Tarek as well, but he's up against an AWP. He has 2 flashes. Oh, he could go for it.
Oh, Hayes, so
Hayes
quick.
Has the angle on the platform. If he didn't get that frag, then unless we get a swag-like kill through the box, that could have been eLevate on 15 rounds.
Yeah, it's actually, they should play for this overtime here. This definitely makes a lot of sense. You can see they're going to go for that. And there is a very realistic opportunity for them to win that buy round that follows this one. If they'd force it up now, it really is going to make their chances to stay in the game very, very poor. The pistols on CT don't work out as well as some of the other maps, but as I say that, Rocker's going to pick up an amazing kill onto Hayes. And can he get anything else? Look at the hubris just charging out into the open. We'll get eliminated for that.
Speaking of hubris, Dan, there are 4 CTs in the mid area. Some rotating towards T-spawn. We've got FNS running for his life now. 20 HP on him. There are CTs all over the place. CLG don't know if the B bomb site is safe, but that should be a bit of an idea as there's one person peeking the window, so they're going to charge. They should charge in now, but the bomb has gone down. 2 versus 2 now. No rifles for the CT side. Only Rush remaining. 50 seconds on the clock here. CLG with still with some options open to them. They need to identify where Rush is.
That is the question, isn't it? That's the huge issue. And they are going to move into his position. Rush could be in for a massive clutch here. They're going to go in. He gets the first frag. Looks for the second. He gets it. Rush with the P250. And he's going to save eLevate in phenomenal fashion. 15-14. They have at least guaranteed themselves an overtime to bring themselves back from what was a very frustrating position. And here we are now, the AWP on XP3. What a breath of fresh air for them.
People thought eLevate would be screwed with the loss of a Liege, but they are playing out of their minds right now. Storm's only got 8 kills at the moment, but his team have really brought it to CLG. And they find themselves at match point. Somehow, on an eco, when they had nothing, Rocker started things off with a Juan Deeg And it was finished off by his teammates. They will name a street after him. So, nobody's dead for either team yet. As I say, that XP3 goes down. Long has not been too favourable for these CTs. Rush is flash. He's blind. He's in the pit. He has been identified. He does go down as well. Early advantage here for CLG. 1 minute on the clock. 5 versus 3.
Going to go in for this potential retake, but it's not favourable in the way of trades coming in for the CTs. They're down 2 against 4. They've seen some poor odds previously. There's the team killer, Tarek onto Haze. That's going to make life a little bit simpler for Storm, but that's it. Overtime, and it's Faceit overtime. So we got ourselves 16k, MR5.
Carnage, Dan, is the order of the day right now. Please serve me a plate of Carnage with a side of Carnage, and for a drink, I'll take some more Carnage.
All right, that seems reasonable. Seems reasonable.
Rocker
Okay.
up there, 33 frags. Time for Storm to raise his game. I'm not sure if he was playing B-bomb site. I'll have to pay a bit more attention there. So their
money is wrong. They're on 10k, but it's MR5, so it should be 16k MR5. Otherwise, we're going to have some ecos here, James. Okay, let's see if the admins are going to be fixing that, because that's not our league format, James.
No, that's a bit weird. So
the players do not realize either.
Hopefully they fix that quickly.
Okay, so well, either way, Desi's going to be able to take down Cutler. We do get the trades coming in here as the CTs are trying to defend middle. They're doing quite well at the moment, and the push coming onto short was shut down as well. So CLG, they're struggling for any kind of map control, beaten out by eLevate on these trades, and it's going to be Peter against all of these guys here from eLevate, but considering the money, he should probably save, to be honest.
Yeah, this is not good. We'll have to see what the admins do. Again, we are on GoTV, so they are in fact 2 rounds ahead. I mean, they could add another 6k onto everyone since 2 rounds have been played, but yeah, we'll see what they do with it. So first round goes to eLevate.
Definitely. So again, eLevate looking quite strong, and you know, I mentioned this at the start of the cast. CLG don't have necessarily the best record when it comes to the domestic matches online on Dust 2. And eLevate with Desi, they are doing some good work here when it comes to getting some of these fights won, because here it is. CLG, they love these brute force pushes. It's going to have to be a nice defense here from XP3, gets the tag. But will that be good enough to stop this push? CLG, they're taking a long. It's early in the round. They can sit on this.
There is a T. Desi is almost, well, he's in suicide, but they seem to have an inkling there. Cutler had an idea, must have heard a footstep there. Desi goes down, no damage done. That's going to be a 1-man advantage for CLG. They have control of long at the moment. Normally in this situation, you would try and push short at the same time, and you see them go for fakes where it was on an eco round there, where they had, I think, 4 people or 3 people towards B. That's not the case this time. They're just waiting in formation almost. It's almost a flying V going towards the A side at the moment.
I really like this from CLG, controlling the pace, keeping it slow, hoping to capitalize if eLevate go for a premature peak and go for the punish. It's not going to happen there. Look at the extra precaution there with the double smoke on the crossover, but Storm is going in. He's got Rush there on Gandalf. Let's have a look and see if eLevate can pull this one off. Storm has some jump damage there with the spray, and they are going to eliminate him. There's Haze. But Storm going for it again. So cheeky. They must have spotted him. Now there they have. And he's going to get the kill on the bomber. The bomber's not to go down, but that's going to be it for Storm. And something to note, if those of you, that video I mentioned before from a trend, he actually does show also the consistency possible with the jumping rifles. And jumping everything, actually. The accuracy on jumping everything is good. So, especially at that range.
Yeah.
So you can see how consistently he's dealing damage there.
Jumping all the things.
All the jumpings. All right, so have a pause here. I imagine this will be to fix.
Oh, FNS is having some connection problems actually, so not sure if we have an update as to what exactly is going on here. Okay, so apparently it's continuing this way, so I guess there'll be apologies later. There we go.
All right, so we are going to have a standard setup coming in here from CLG. They've got a sniper there covering into middle, getting that information. A couple players in dark. A one player around long, and they're making their move towards. In fact, they've actually have no one on long. Interestingly, just making the fast move up towards middle and short. So if there was a CT who was decided to just push a long here, they're going to get flanked pretty hard.
So people hunting through the smoke. No frags as of yet, but this is looking to be a fast-moving round. Whoa, haven't seen this until previous versions of the game. Normally done by the CTs, but Cutler with a very sneaky frag onto Storm indeed. All of a sudden the round has slowed down to a snail's pace. XP3 looking for revenge for his team. Will he find it though? Gonna go for the flash.
Nice.
Take a Cutler anyway, so great play there. Worked out in the end.
And he's alone here as well. He's got no support, so for him to hold it down like that's very crucial.
Right, so CT in a blind spot there, but it gets taken out by Tarek anyway. FNS is still experiencing some connection problems. Can only assume he's got some routing issues to the server unless his whole connection's going down. 2 versus 2 now. Tarek and Peter versus XP3 and Rush. 20 seconds left as the bomb is going to go down on the B bomb site. Both CTs are on B slope. Ooh, if they can bounce a nade off the wall onto the back of red, then they could do some serious damage here. Peter's going to have to be forced out as well. He's got 5 HP. He will fall to the AWP. Tarek versus 2. Got to find headshots. He's got 17 HP. Sees one of them. Looking for the trader. But will engage Rush and lose. So it will be another round in favor of eLevate. And hopefully FNS can come back and stay on this time.
Absolutely. And XP3, I mean, winning that orbital on A is so important. I mean, this is one of the reasons why, for example, let's say Envious, they've given Shoxy Orb, and that's the kind of position he plays, kind of crossover towards A site. You need a very consistent AWPer playing that kind of a position. Because as soon as you lose the one CT there late into the round, when you could have had your third man potentially go down to offer support into middle, then you lose complete site presence. And then what happens is if the T's get that pick, then 2 or 3 of them rush up onto the site. Now they have positional advantage and an opportunity to plant the bomb as well. So, I mean, even if the CTs have numbers, they don't have the positional strength there to have a good shot at the retake. So it's really important that you have an AWPer that's very solid on guaranteed kills when it comes to those potential T pushes and pick opportunities on A. I do say the positional advantage thing, where I make the point that the positional advantage is important because they're high up and stuff. But that's kind of the point about the jumping accuracies. Why that kind of should be nerfed, because it kind of removes from the inherent positional advantage.
Don't even get me started on the scout. Okay, so early round, CLG just making sure they keep their map control, making sure nothing crazy happens from the CTs pushing. You can see a passive position in B tunnel. It's going to go down to lower, join the rest of his teammates towards mid, save for the one person who is holding the long area. So CLG just poking, prodding, asking questions of the CTs. No early push through mid this time, but we do have 2 people here for eLevate. Going to be Storm and Desi. Going to try and put a stop to the shenanigans in that area, but it looks like the A bomb site is the target on this occasion. And nice pop flash there from Rocker, so I think they're looking for the information play. They've got 3 over to B at the moment.
Push is ready to come in. There's only 2 players here, so this is a good read indeed for CLG as they make their way in. It's going to be Rush only with a single kill, and that's going to put the pressure on XP3. Which way does he look? Going to look towards Tarek there at A long. He's sitting in the smoke. XP3 surely isn't going to live all that long here. T's approaching from every single angle. It's going to be Hayes with the kill there as the bomb is going to get planted by Finesse. It's a 3-on-3, so potentially eLevate can still pull this one off. They have Storm there up on the catwalk. Rocket from below. A man coming from long, so 3 points of attack could work out well for them if they distract the T's properly. And it is happening here. Rocket does pick up 1 kill. Storm's now alone. He's got good positioning here. Just needs to take down these last 2 players. Cutler there on the slope playing games with Storm. Storm has had enough of it. Gonna jump straight over the top. Takes down Cutler. Just the last player in the pit is going to be Hayes with the AWP, and he's been in this position before. And Storm will respect that, and he's going to fall back. Round goes to CLG. And another pause comes in as more connectivity issues are being experienced.
Yeah, this game is looking difficult for both these teams here, so we can only apologize for that. And we will look into what exactly is going on here. between this game and the next one. But for now, it is 17-17. Rocker heading towards a 40 bomb here. FNS still reconnecting. So, Desi not on the 30 bomb yet, but he's not too far away, Dan.
Indeed, indeed. So, oh, Peter has an assist. Nice.
Yeah, the one assist. Again, being an AWPer, not going to get that many.
Funnily enough, the only other guy who's got one assist is actually Desi, who's not AWPing. So Desi shoots the kill.
Russian Storm with 8 assists each.
Okay, so let's see if these teams can get the issue resolved. But pretty tight game so far. eLevate definitely with a pretty nice showing. Generally speaking, I mean they were definitely on track to actually taking their taking Dust 2. I mean, what was it, like 14-11? I think they were in a period where they had a really close round, where they pretty much could have closed it out. It was super close, and fortunately they weren't able to do that. And CLG climbed back. They were able to money screw their opponents. eLevate, they got into a position where so much damage had been done, then they got completely reset on their money bonus, had nothing in the bank, had to kind of eco twice, then won a crazy pistol to get themselves a guaranteed 15 round, then on their buy round, they failed to get the overtime. So it was kind of crazy back and forth. Those 30 rounds were really good with these two teams here. And the interesting thing is that eLevate, their T side, that's what I'm worried about, is their T side, because that's where they were kind of having struggles, right? They were losing these early picks. Peter was getting the better of them. Cutler was getting the better of them with these AWPs on the CT side. They only found success when they played the faster rounds. And I mean, that's something CLG should understand at this point.
Yeah, but they've lost a lot of rounds on their CT side to CLG, just going through double doors,
yeah.
You know, causing havoc there. They've taken it. They've stayed there for a long time. They've re-smoked CT spawn, just waiting for the CTs to pick them from B. But the thing is, like in some rounds, eLevate haven't picked them, but each second is ticking along so slowly for the CTs that they can wait forever, the Ts, and they still have like a minute, 45 seconds on the clock to go for a push. So it's been a bit brutal for eLevate, but they did make it to overtime after all. So hopefully we won't have any more issues.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, I mean, Desi's playing as you'd expect his reputation to turn out. I mean, the guy is a beast. He's a really good player, and he's showing great performance in this match so far for eLevate. And again, you know, as James mentioned before, it's always a hit to lose a player. It's a hit to lose someone who's like perhaps one of your best players, one of your better players, like in Liege. Him going to Liquid. So we will actually see Liquid later on today. We're going to, well, actually in the next match, they're going to play Luminosity, which is, used to be known as Mythic. So that should be a match I think that Liquid are definitely the favorites in. And that's a match where we're really going to get to see how Elise really fits into the team. It's going to be Mirage, so it's a pretty standard map. So I'm very curious to see the kind of positions that they put him in. Because you don't want to put a guy you've just added in your team on Connector or something on Mirage. You don't want to do that. Yeah. The most important position on the CT, so you don't want to do that. So, but where is he going to play? Are they going to put him on B? Is he going to be that guy that just sits in B? Because like for example, with Fnatic, they put Pronax. He's like the B apps guy, the dedicated B apps guy. The reason is probably because that way he can call the shots more easily for his team. There's less action there. That's actually better for an in-game leader. So, where does Leash go?
Yeah, that's a good point. Is he in the short term? Like when Khan was playing for Fnatic a few weeks ago, when they had to play with subs, they were playing Nuke, and they put him on ramp.
Yeah.
So I suppose it's like ramp guy, B guy, almost the same thing.
Especially considering because there are certain players again that will want to, especially if you're the in-game leader, you have to manage what player is doing what. Some players have emotional needs. They have the emotional needs of getting kills to actually play well. Like especially some of the clutch players, you don't want get right on B apps. CT, you don't want that. You want him making kills. That's what the guy's supposed to do. Gets him rolling, gets him getting into that flow state, and that's when he's super dangerous.
There's actually an interview that Slasher did with Hiko, where he said that one of the issues with North America and Counter-Strike, and maybe Counter-Strike in general, is that like nobody wants to be the support player, for example.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And there was another role. Nobody wants to be the entry fragger because they're probably going to have a bad score, which I think is quite shallow. But,
of course,
hey, we're talking about a lot of young players here.
The thing is, right, is that you almost kind of can't blame that essentially because it's part of the culture as well. Because for example, Europe's always had a really, really stable scene. Every single country's always had, well, okay, not the UK at least. Most countries have always had very like strong, stable scenes where you have teams, lots of players that play together a lot. They stick together. That you have a lot of organizations that are there. There's a lot of permanence to it. Whereas it always felt like in most other regions, there's more of an element of transience. So you're only going to get to play, let's say, on a good team maybe for like a month or something before you potentially get cut. So in that short term, you're thinking, I got to look good over, I got to make the team play well. And I think because that will give you more opportunities to like show up in better teams in the future, because everyone's going to be like, well, we know this guy puts up the numbers.
Yeah.
And that's what people see. They don't see the team play because the teams stick together less. So that's a big issue. And I almost can't blame that mentality, because if the culture is there for that, it's kind of like a slippery slope. It's like a downward spiral. I don't know. But I actually feel like NA is doing much, much better in that respect recently. I think the Oceania has more of a kind of problem there because they've got a smaller scene, so it's harder for them. But I don't know.
Yeah, curious to see what changes are to come in Oceania as well, with Top Gun no longer being in Vox. That pretty much puts a lot of teams in jeopardy because it's almost like a who are they going to take?
Exactly, they can completely destroy another team potentially if some important player. Yeah, especially because the scene is so small. That's actually, I've seen it in other games actually. Oh, we're actually live back into the match. All right, let's get into the action here. So 17-17, CLG versus eLevate, overtime number 1, second half here. Already tack with an opening onto that B-bomb site. So no stack coming into handy on middle though for eLevate to even things up.
Yeah, so now eLevate needs to keep things equal or advantageous. There's been a lot of rounds where they've lost 2 people, sometimes 2 people long, for example, and given CLG swathes of map control, but they've had the trade, and they need to keep it that way, worst case scenario, if they are to make it out alive in this first half of overtime. We are into the last round. Bit of a poke there through the smoke, but that's going to be that rush coming down to get that advantage for the CTs.
They do have that 2-man setup in the site. So if they can stagger the T's entrance in with these smokes as they have been doing so, and they pick up the frags just like that, they have a chance here. It's just Cutler left. That's an excellent situation here for eLevate. 1-on-2. Cutler has to retrieve the bomb. They're going to hit the stepping here. Desi, if he runs at the right time, might just be able to catch Cutler on the plant. Going to play it safe. They're going to try to wait for his teammate. Actually going to go in. He hears the bomb plant, and he's going to get the frag. Very well done there by Desi to pick that one up, and generally a good defense on that B-bomb site from the CTs and eLevate.
Okay, so that is the last round, so the bomb plant will be irrelevant. A slither of an advantage for eLevate here, but is it going to hold?
What's wrong with his gloves?
Question. Why is there a finger showing in his glove? Where's the screenshot? Come on.
Oh my god. Oh no.
You've got to train producer read on these screenshots.
That was
bizarre.
That was very
I'm
strange.
surprised they even have hands under those gloves, considering
Yeah.
I just thought it'd have like an arm and then it's a glove or something.
Well, they have those different skins, man. Oh, the tag, the leg shot from XP3. That is Peter definitely counting his lucky stars at the moment. So slow opening here from eLevate. Oh, the quick push in from Finesse. Going to get eliminated by Rocker. The pop flash, and Rocker punishes Cutler, who was readying a grenade at the wrong moment. As now Rocker wants some more blood. Going to pick up the kill onto Tarek. Big stuff here for eLevate as they rush onto that bomb site here. Up A-long. Haste, look at this. Just go straight in against the... Oh my goodness! Haste with the flash. The perfect timing, the perfect push. 3 thrags in a row. And what is happening in this round? It's all down to Storm against the 2 remaining players on CLG. So lots to be done for him. He's got lots of time to do it though. That bomb is down. They know exactly where it is. Oh, Storm gets the shot onto Hayes, and now he's got plenty of time to get the bomb planted as Peter rushes onto the position to take those shots with the AWP. There is the flash. Is Peter going to go straight in for this? Man, in this round, the plays have been bold from both sides. The Storm goes down towards A-long, but that might just favor Peter on these angles.
I think Peter, is he waiting for a potential nade? I think he is. He's going to go for this. Oh, the smoke diffuse. He's going straight for it. There is a AWP in the pit as well. Oh, he could actually get it if he can find it. I think he's going to get it. Storm has not got the right angle here, and what an insane round. Oh, just after the time. This is absurd. What is happening? That is one of the biggest back and forths I've ever seen in any one round. That was bananas.
That was crazy. The thing I love about Hayes in that position is that he could have been like a complete pansy in that situation. Just hit was just hide behind the smoke. But he flashes in, James. He goes in. He knows his team he has to come out with a huge risk for the huge reward, and that's what he gets.
He has to save. He must save, and save his team. He did. Oh, what a round. That's one of the best rounds I've seen in a long time. One man down for both teams at the moment. Tarek evening things up, but again, it's eLevate. What a monster round from Rocker as well. He just annihilated everyone, and to do that and still lose.
But look at this. We have that push from Peter. There's a player, Desi. He's going to spot the nade. Actually, he might take the opportunity to go for the peek and catch Peter off guard. Look at this. Another nade Desi would have spotted there, but still holding his position, not peeking. And actually, Peter's going to be able to fall back potentially safely. He's only got 12 HP, and there it is. Rocker in with the frag. Peter, no support. And this is it. CLG now, they're operating from these horrible positions, picking up the kill. So Cutler with 2 quick ones does get returned by Storm on the double. As Tarek is going to be rotating in there from short, or is he going to go long? Goes long, actually. Smart choice with the AWP, but XP3 is certainly ready. Tarek switching out there, and it's going to be the frag for XP3. And we have ourselves a 19-18. The 8th round of this overtime, and no cash left in the bank for CLG. It's looking bad for them.
eLevate need 21 rounds here to take the map. They're 2 rounds away, but again, they're only 1 round ahead of the CTs. So XP3 hunting for that frag, not going to find it. And you can see CLG, the money is hurting on their side. 2 rifles and just pistols for them. So this is not going to be easy at all. You have to wonder, eLevate know they've got some pistols now, but are they aware of the rifles on this team?
Indeed, it's going to be really hard to deal with. But CLG again in that position, big risk. They need that because they need that big reward at the moment to even up the scales. Having that weapon disadvantage. Storm there on the stairs might just be able to spot somebody, but CLG actually falling back. They managed to get a player into T-spawn. And if eLevate don't pick up the pace, this could be a huge opportunity now for CLG. But the push is coming in through long. Finesse wants to play with this, and he is going to actually catch them in the crossfire between these pistols. What are these shots, one after another from the 5-7 from Peter? And Finesse just diving straight forwards. Going to open up another opportunity for Peter to pick up the frag, and that's exactly what's going to happen. And they are somehow left alive with 4 players. Storm going to be able to take down Hayes, but 1-on-3 with 30 seconds left in the bomb down on long. This is not happening.
And he's up against 2 rifles and an AWP as well. The sniper is ready. The sniper is waiting. And 2 of the CTs have got armor, so this is... He's between a rock and a hard place, Dan. He's got 9,000 in the bank. So I think he should probably have gone for the economical damage. We'll have to have a look at the money on the rest of his team as well. See if it's worth it. Wow, look at that crossfire. That's nasty.
It really is. And as you said, there's still a chance for eLevate to actually close this one out. But
the rest of the team are broke.
But also for CLG, I mean, if they pick up the next 2 rounds, it's of course victory for them. So we'll have to see if they're able to do that. Here we go there. Peter's going to go for that mid challenge. He's brave. He is Peter after all. Peter is definitely a very ballsy player. I think that is definitely if you ask me to describe him, that's the first thing I would say. But he is many things as Peter. He's a great asset to CLG in many respects, keeping the team together in hard times.
CLG have completely abandoned long for the beginning of this round. Look at the stack they have in the short area. You can see going to keep it smoked as well. This is kind of Inferno style. FNS facing the wall just in case the flashes come in, and Flash Cutler, who's above him, he can turn around to offer some kind of defense. So 4 Ts in the mid area, spraying, starting to ask questions. Nades coming in. That's going to be half of FNS's life gone. That nade in return will do absolutely nothing here for the opposing team. Now we've seen the pop flashes punished there by eLevate. Nice flash there. And Desi's going to take down Cutler on the site as well. The A site is open. 3 CTs remaining to find. 1 man down for eLevate here. That's Rocco. Just got AWPs. by Peter.
That's a really smart smoke there to cut off the CT spawn, but there's going to be Storm there to catch the rotating players from CLG, and even if they take him down, of course, big problems here for this retake, and he's going to get one kill. That's exactly what he had to do, but smoked off just at the perfect time, and that smoke is going to kill so much time that this is just not going to be possible here for CLG, and they're going to have to back away and keep these weapons alive. So once again, topsy-turvy match between CLG and eLevate. Who is going to be able to take the advantage and actually win this one? Well, it's going to be eLevate to pull themselves out to the 20 rounds, but once again, CLG, they can still tie it up for the next overtime.
Yeah, this is match point, as Dan mentioned, so all to play for now. Do or die here for CLG. Let's see what both these teams have to offer. So,
oh, the money, oh my god.
Yeah, it's going to be the full buy here for eLevate. It's going to be a difficult buy, to say the least, here for CLG.
They've done more with less.
They have indeed.
And again, this is the kind of moment where Peter is a great asset to his team to really keep them calm, keep them focused.
Does Haste, is he leaving with 2,300 in the bank? Because it looks like that from the buy menu, because he could have, let's see, okay, no, it's not, it's a bit laggy. Because he could have, I was going to say drop a FAMAS, but does not have the money after all. So again, we've got the presence in mid here from the T's. Got Desi just probing through the door, seeing if anybody's hanging around. He is drawing the attention and the ire of the CLG players. Peter going to come up short, going to get away this time. He didn't in a previous round, but manages to escape with his life. Going to have a quick peek again. Not find anyone just yet. eLevate not getting too hungry. Oh, that nade. You can see the shock in his face of that one. Not that much damage, though.
So the problem for them here is that eLevate have absolutely, well, almost no map control. They don't have upper dock. They don't know what's going on there. CLG could very well in this kind of a position, despite being a man up, they could say, you know what, we need more advantage here against what eLevate have to play with. So let's push upper dock, or let's push long, let's get some info. They're not doing that, which is lucky here for eLevate, because if they did, they would find out exactly what's happening, and they would come in with some hard flanks here. But it's going to be the push for eLevate. Now, how is this going to go here? Rocker's going to open up onto Peter. There goes the drop onto the slope by CT spawn. That bomb is going to get planted. Rocker with some brazen dueling there towards the player on pit here. And Storm going to catch these guys on the back as they make their way up to short. That's not happening. And eLevate, they are going to take it in overtime. 21-19. Well played by them to pull that one off. It was an absolute stonker of a match.